In a period lost in the unrecorded shadow of time, long before the Christian era, Indian merchants, warriors, philosophers, and religious preachers began their voyage to far-off lands across the ocean. They have left their indelible impact on the culture, faith, and worldview of the people of these lands. We take you on a voyage of rediscovery to witness these Indian imprints on the sands of time. Continuing our pilgrimage, we are still in the 10th century Shiva temple at Phimai, now in Thailand, built by King Jayavarman when all these areas were part of the Khmer Empire of Cambodia. There are a large number of Hindu motifs here of divinity, including scenes from the Ramayana. There are panels portraying dancing apsaras. There are scenes of the Ramayana war. This is Lakshmana, tied by a spell and fallen in the war field in Lanka, prompting Hanuman to bring the Sanjeevani mountain. About 400 years after it was built as a Shiva temple, Phimai was converted into a temple for the Buddha when Buddhism became the ruling religion of the kingdom. The museum at Phimai has an excellent collection of sculptures and artifacts from the Phimai temple and the neighboring areas. An Ashwamedha Yaga sacrifice is presented in a stylized form in bas relief. Among the bas reliefs here is an unusual Ganesha riding an elephant, with Shiva mounting a lion, while Skanda rides his usual peacock. A four-faced Brahma reflects the Kumar style of the 10th century. Indra rides his Airavata elephant. A scene from the Trivikrama story in a 12th century sculpture of Thailand's Buriram province. A 10th century Mahishasura Mardini from Rakshasima province. A Nataraja also from Buriram. Churning of the ocean, a favorite theme among sculptors of Southeast Asia. A priceless exhibit at the Pimai Museum is a very rare sculpture of a king chiseled during his lifetime, King Jayavarman of the Kumar dynasty, who constructed the Pimai temple.
There are two religions exist in that period. One is Hinduism, another was Buddhism of Mahayana sect. Our physical feature is like the Chinese, but our mentality is like Indian, because the religion that influenced the Thai thinking, Thai mentality is Indian way of thought or philosophy. That means we believe in the rebirth. We believe in the karma. And at present, even though about 95 or 90% of the people are Buddhists, but the belief in Hinduism, a form of Hinduism, still exists side by side with Buddhism.
A remarkable promenade leads to another renowned temple for Shiva in east central Thailand.
This Phnom Rang temple on a hillock in eastern Thailand is the most renowned landmark of the Hindu influence and the ancient Hindu heritage in this part of the world. Although this temple as it stands now was built in stages between the 10th and the 13th centuries, archaeologists have found evidence that it was a Hindu settlement with artifacts and Hindu icons that have been found belonging to the 7th century. This was part of the Kumar Empire, and the architecture reflects the Kumar architecture, which is the same as that of Angkor Wat before modern Thailand was born.
The Naga motif of the Khmers is dominant at the Phnom Rung Shiva temple, which was later converted to a Buddhist temple. The temple is richly decorated with bas reliefs such as dancing Shiva and reclining Vishnu. Although this is an archaeological monument preserved by the government of Thailand and there is no regular puja or worship here, the authorities permit any devotee to perform ritual worship when a devotee desires to do so. Once in a while, Buddhist devotees of Shiva perform such a puja, as we learnt from a Thai mystic worshipping at Phnom Rung.
Om Shivanay Namramin Taribit Samayamarimin Tayamachamaram. Om Namah Shiva, 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 Om Shivanita, Om Shivanita, Om Shivanita, Om Shivanita, Om Subrati, Om Shivanita, Namatare, 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 Nabna, Om Subrati, Om Subrati, Om Sapoma, Om Sapoma, Om Savanarai, Om Savanarai, Om Savanarai.
The Thai royalty takes special interest in the Indian cultural and religious connection. Professor Satyavrit Shastri, eminent scholar from Delhi, who taught Sanskrit to the royal princess of Thailand, says,
Mahachakri Princess Sirinthorn, who did masters in Sanskrit with me, she has very good knowledge of Sanskrit and she has edited the Sanskrit inscription found from Prasad Phnom Rung together with critical notes for her dissertation.
The professor explains that Thai language is highly influenced by Sanskrit.
The names of the days are all Sanskritic. If it is Monday, so the word for day will precede the word for month. That is Monday, it will be Vanachan. Vanachan means Chandravara. For Tuesday, it is Vana Ankhan, Angaravara. For Wednesday, it is Vanaput. For Thursday, Vana Prahaspadi. For Friday, Vanasuk, Vanashukra. For Saturday, Vanasau.
The present day Thailand used to be under the influence of Khmer and Mon. The Mon people used to have power in the central part of Thailand, whereas the Khmer used to have power in the northeastern part. The Thai people has established their first kingdom in Sukhothai period in maybe late 13th century. The first king of the kingdom was Sri Indraditya.
Among the earliest monuments of Sukhothai, the first capital of a Thai state, is a temple for Shiva, Vishnu and Brahma with 3 towers for the 3 gods. This sculpture of a reclining Vishnu, displayed in the Sukhothai Museum, is recovered from the ruins of the Wat Tri Pavai, Wat Shri Pavai temple. The Sukhothai Museum has displays to show how the Thai script was evolved from the Khmer script, which in turn was born from the South Indian Pallava script. There are a number of Pallava inscriptions establishing very early Indian contact with the region. The museum is a treasure house of bronzes reflecting Sukhothai art. Apart from Vishnu, there is this world-renowned bronze of Harihara, a form of Shiva and Vishnu combined. Later, Sukhothai came under Buddhist influence, also from India. The high water mark of Sukhothai art is the 14th century walking Buddha, which archaeologists say was modeled after a bronze walking Buddha from Nagapattinam in Tamil Nadu, which was then a Buddhist center. The Buddha said, "When walking along this path, you shall make an end of suffering. This is the way made known by me after learning how to remove all obstacles." This vast assemblage once had 198 chedis, besides various chapels and Buddhist sanctuaries. Wat Mahathak is the crown jewel of the old city of Sukhothai. Wat Sri Chung has a massive seated Buddha squeezed into a walled building with a narrow entrance. From all accounts, Buddhism and Hinduism coexisted for many centuries in Thailand.
But anyway, when the Buddhism coming to Thailand and the Hinduism coming to Thailand, they try to combine the two religions together. For example, that we found the evidence of the sculptures that they have the Buddha on the vehicle called Vanaspati. The Vanaspati is the mythical animal that have the combinations of the Hindu three vehicles of the Hindu god is Hansa, Nandi, and Garuda. We believe that the king of Thailand, or the king, is the incarnations of the Vishnu. So we believe that all the symbol of Vishnu we have to worship, like the Garuda. So we have seen the Garuda everywhere, even in the pediment or lintel of the temple. We think that Shiva is a protector for the Buddhism. Shiva become the protector of the Buddhism. Right now, we still believe that the heart of India and the heart of Thailand is the same heart, because we have the same religion concept.
Shall we get a geographical perspective of the places we have visited during the last 6 episodes of Indian Imprints? The Phimai Temple in Thailand is almost in the center of a map of mainland Southeast Asia. Yerevan Temple in Bangkok is southwest of Phimai. The Mission Temple complex near Da Nang is on the coast of central Vietnam. Nha Trang is south of Mission, while Phan Rang is further south, both in Vietnam. Wat Phu in Laos is east of Phimai. In this episode, we have visited the ancient Phnom Rung Temple. which was built during the period of the Khmer Empire. We also visited Sukhothai, where the Thais established their first kingdom. In the next episode, we will join worshippers at the live Vishnu temple in Lodhburi, which was the center of Dwaraka, and visit Ayutthaya, which preceded Bangkok as the capital of Siam. Besides returning to Bangkok for a visit to the royal palace and its temple of Emerald Buddha.